the bass goes. Shaking the room from the back to the center. Making you move to the track to surrender.
Hello there guys, and of course welcome back into yet another one for us, Review Bros. My name's Aaron, and it's of course really good to have you watching along at home for, of course, yet again another pre-workout review. And we've got the guys at Sport Asylum to thank for sending on this one down. We reviewed version 2 quite some years ago now, and they've revamped things for this pre-workout, which is called Maniac. And we're going to go through the usuals of this one today. The taste, the price, the label, and of course primarily the effects of this stuff in the real world. So thank you for sending it on down, but we're keeping things 100% honest here. And all we ask in return is please do give us that thumbs up, drop your subscription to the channel, of course, any comments down below to let us know what you think of this or anything in general, of course, and we'll get back to you. But for now, let's move into this one. The fun starts up on this tasting segment because it comes in a bunch of different flavours, and I'm going to throw them up on the bottom of your screen to see the others. Now, the one we've got for the sake of this review is Tutti Frutti, which probably actually would have been the one I would have chosen personally, but we all know taste is subjective, and the fun started up because there's a range of flavours. It gives you and us and everyone the best opportunity to be able to pick something they like. We often see pre-workouts released in just one flavour, and if it's something you don't like, then it's game over from the start. If taste matters to you that much, it is. So this one is a 12-gram scoop, which is a slightly heaped one we've weighed in at. In it goes. It's got a classic sort of pre-workout smell to it, like pre-workout of old. Is it going to come across in the tasting segment though? Let's find out. Mixability. There's a bit on the bottom. Nothing drastic. I don't know if you'll even be able to see it. It's quite an opaque sort of colour there. Right. Tutti Frutti going down the hatch. Wish me luck. Yeah, it's okay. Truth be told, it does come through that classic sort of pre-workout flavouring. It's probably not as strong or as sweet as I would have personally liked. It's definitely not bad. It's just not as exciting as Tutti Frutti could have been, in my personal opinion, of course. So for the sake of the review and the sake of the score taste test, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's doable. It's not bad. It really isn't bad. It's just not as good as I would have personally hoped. Now, least important segment out of the way. Let's move into the pricing point now. We are into the pricing segment of this product. Is it going to break the bank? We will head on over to the official Sport Asylum website where you can see this very product up on sale right now for £29.99. And the real thumbs up here is that you get a genuine, real 30 servings, which is becoming all the more rare these days. Normally get 20 servings, 25, but 30's rare. So therefore, quite obviously, guys, £1 per the scoop. And on our consistent pricing scale, we're a 5 out of 10 is obviously average for pricing per serving for pre-workouts compared across the entire world. This one is very, very, very affordable, sliding very nicely into an 8.5 out of 10. So a lot more affordable than your average pre-workout. Is that going to hold it back? Is that putting the brakes on the effects? We're going to find out those two questions and answers right now. Let's do it. And now we move into the label of this product. I'm going to flick it up on the screen for you right now. There it is in its full glory. As mentioned, 12 grams per the scoop, 30 servings per the container. And we start off with the combination L-citrulline malate at 4 grams, which is a little bit lower than we typically would like to see. If it was a pure L-citrulline, that would be the lowest sort of dose that I'd want to personally see. But we're going to get some nitric oxide production and some blood flow and some pumps in the gym from that nonetheless. We've got a good dosage, however, of betaine anhydrous at a good 3 grams. We normally only see it at about 2.5. So to see it at that upper level is very good for its endurance-based benefits, hydration, athletic performance, endurance, and even some cognitive focus function. Good to see it in here. We've got beta-alanine at 2.5 grams. Again, we'd like to have seen a little bit more at 3.2, but it's very small margins here, guys, when we're talking that upper level of beta-alanine. For the beta tingle, the itchy paresthesia effect as the pre-workout kicks in, and of course endurance benefits once you've saturated the body with it. We got caffeine up next, the staple stimulatory ingredient at a good standardized dose, I'd argue 300 milligrams for your energy in the gym. We got Juglans whole fruit walnut 250. Now that's in there for focus, cognition, and some stimulatory benefit. It's one of those ones, guys, that's been DMHA all the way through to no effect at all. It really is dependent on its sourcing, what it is, who it is, all the rest of it. You know the drill on that one. We've got a new one here that we've not seen, glucomannan cognac, which is 200 milligrams. Now that's actually in there as an appetite control mechanism, hopefully suppressing. It's more of a, it's something you might want if you're on a fat burning weight loss journey, as it will literally, as mentioned, help you with your appetite control. We've got L-theanine up next, 200 milligrams for a smoothing effect to the caffeine to give you that long-lasting sense of energy and focus benefits. Bacopa Maneri up next, very similar, guys, to that last one. Antioxidant, anti-inflammatory benefits, whole host of health benefits as well. We don't too often see it. We've got L-norvaline up next, 150 milligrams. Now that's in there working with the citrulline at the very start of this label to give you more pumps, nitric oxide production, blood flow, nutrient delivery to the muscle cell. Hopefully get huge in the gym. We have next up, again, another one we I can't recall seeing it. We've got Nandina extract. Now that, again, a hell of a lot of health benefits, antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. Breathing mechanism is improved on this stuff, and it just helps with a lot of things as well. Hopefully reduces pain within training. We have up next Astrogen, 50 milligrams. Good to see in there for your absorption of these ingredients. It's important in that 30-minute window. We have vitamin B6, vitamin B12, not too fun. We've got niacin, which is another B vitamin, of course, and that might give a niacin flush, a sort of heating sensation, working almost with the B-alanine to give you a placebo type feel of a kick in. What do I think of the label? I think it's a pretty solid label. There's not really any holes here. I do think it has to be mentioned, it's very good for its affordability price point. Obviously, if it was much more expensive, then we might be a bit harsher on it. But all in all, I've got to say, respectable. Let's move into the effects of this one. Okay, we have landed at the primary segment of any review. It's the effects of this in the real world. What can it do for you? What did it do for me? What did it do for Craig? And we start the journey off, of course, at the beginning, the beta-alanine. And I would argue it kicked in to the level on the label. Slightly less than average, but you do feel a sense of internal heating, probably aided by the niacin in here to give you something's kicking in. You do feel warming up. You feel warm. I had my hoodie on to start off training. I took it off a lot quicker than normal. Perhaps that's that niacin. I'm not too sure. But it gave me that sense of let's go. And what came in next was a nice level of focus, endurance, daily driver level energy. It's productive. It kept me going from A to B to C to D. It was nice. It's a nice pre-workout. A very nice one. Pumps, solid. Not crazy, but solid enough. I think that despite some of the lower dosages, they come together, and they synergize, and they give you a good level of pump in the gym. So there was no complaints. I wasn't thinking to myself, I really could have done with more pump. No. You train hard on it as well. The energy, smooth, consistent, no roller coasters, no peaks, troughs, no crash, no nasties. General, daily driver amount. Anyone could take this pre-workout. It's a friendly pre-workout. It's not a stim junkie pre-workout. It's not going to blow your head off. It's not going to send you into another world. It just keeps you in this world, and it keeps you on point with your training. I've got to say it, guys.
Savage pumps in the gym and the bedroom. Wolf pump.
It's good. It's very, very good for the price point. I feel like the price point to the effects, you're getting a bargain here. You are getting a bargain. I don't think it's the next level pre-workout. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's great, but it's very good. And it has to be just said again, for that price point, you are laughing. It's good for people on a budget, new people, productive people, maybe even intermediate levels. Advanced pre-workout users that have used a lot on the market, it probably would fall short if you wasn't concerned about that price point whatsoever. So I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it was an extreme pre-workout, but it ticks every box. There's not a hole. There's no pump loss. There's no focus loss. There's no energy loss. Endurance was there. There was appetite suppression on this. I think that ingredient did its job. I'm not particularly hungry. I could eat, but I'm not particularly hungry. It's just a very well-rounded daily product that's very affordable. I keep jumping back to that pricing segment because I feel like that's where it shines. I feel like if it was a 5 out of 10 on the price scale, it would be one that I'd be a bit harsher on. That's the truth. I'd be a bit like, there's better out there. But for that pricing point, like I said, so worth checking out. Not much more can be said than that. That's our very honest review. I'm sure you can tell that. At this stage, we say it, as always, stay stimmed. And actually, just while we're here, one more thing to say. I've got this product, Insane Veins. It's coming up. It's from the same guys. And what I will say is the label on this one looks very next level. This is probably the shining flagship. Anyway, cheers for watching.